Okay, I'm just playing with a title card, you could say. And I just wanted to do this little video for a few reasons. Again, it's in black and white, monochrome. Oh, hi. It's a bit dark. The reason for doing this, oh, hi Nathan, is that? Al? Not much really. I'm just staying in a hotel in my old town, Tunbridge Wells. Some people have asked why am I staying there, or here rather. Not because my family don't want me, it is Christmas, but it's basically, I will be staying with members of family over Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, but it's just space. There's people. I've got a big family, you could say, and having a big family can mean they've got a big family, and it's not always easy to accommodate. And it's also nice to have basically a night to myself. So last night, yeah, it was just me. I did actually go for an Indian with my mum. Anyway, the main reason for this video was, I want to keep this short, but actually two reasons. One, I mentioned on Facebook I'm going to Asia, and oh, hi Nathan Penn, see you on Boxing Day. Two reasons. I'm going to Asia at the end of Jan, and I've kind of posted things about it, but I haven't really done a video yet. And this is only a hi, sorry. I haven't really done a video about it yet, and I will do a longer one. It's just I haven't really had the time. That's what I was going to say. So I wanted to do this to mention briefly about that, but also the first vlog or vlog I did, which was mentioning a film I was making, and I am making, but I haven't really done much about that. In other words, I did another video as to the progress on that. Let's just change the light a bit here. Don't you hate those kind of videos, especially on YouTube, where people are, oh, I just moved this, I just do this. But that's what I'm doing now, you know. Sometimes you can't get it right. You do think sometimes people post stuff on YouTube and then they say, oh, I'll just move this. And you do think, well, you haven't really prepared for that, but I'm doing exactly the same now. I mentioned that, oh, hi Toby. I mentioned that, not that you said hi, but I just thought I'd say hi. I'll be going to, sorry, in the first video, the vlog or Verney log, if you want to call it, or vlog, I mentioned that I was starting that short film, and what I did say is that same day I was going to go down to the area, which is actually in the New Malden Koreatown area, and I was mentioning I was going to do a live video. This was several months ago. I didn't actually do a live video, but I did film a video. I hope I'm not too high. Jason, Jason. I can read that Hangul. I can't read much Hangul. I can read that. Seems it's my name. So yeah, but what I did do, because I have a YouTube channel, I did put a video on there, and I wanted to kind of share that. I won't actually play the whole video now, it's 7 minutes or so. But I wanted to show you where that is if you're really that interested in it. Oh, now I've just lost it. First of all, this is my Vimeo channel, which I've had longer than the YouTube channel. And it's got various videos from the last 6 years, documentaries, well, videography, sort of events I've filmed, a short film or two, one about Comfort Women, some music, a video by Neon Bunny in there that when she came to London. So yeah, the YouTube aspect, it's got my podcasts, but also, here we go. If you can see here, there's one I did in New Malden, which is basically showing you the area I was going to be filming in. And so there's a little video there. If you type in Jason Verney on YouTube, you can find it. I hope I'm not too echoey. This room, being a hotel room, it's a bit echoey. It's actually, that's not the main reason. It's actually a very old building that's been turned into, let's say, a chain of hotels. It used to be called the Wellington. You can look it up. I actually stayed here before, a few years ago. Anyway, so that was that. I really wanted to do more of these vlogs if people like them, because I tried to tell people what I'm actually working on. I just feel like sometimes I do all these jobs behind the scenes, nobody really sees them, and sometimes you feel like there's some platform to actually tell people that you do all these little things. I was going to do a MailChimp, send out mail updates to people. So yeah, I'll be coming to Asia. Yes, I am going to Korea. I'm going at the end of January to Asia. I'm coming back the 2nd of May. Times, dates I'll confirm later. I'm doing it a little bit differently this time because what I normally do is start off, what I often do anyway, is start off in South Korea. And I stay there for 3, 4, 5 weeks. It gets longer each time. And thanks. Basically, it gets longer each time, but South Korea right now is very, very cold. And although I do want to experience that, I really want to see the whiteness when it snows, and also just experience that climate in South Korea. But as I haven't as yet, no, that's not a good idea, is it? It's just trying to make it not be so dark on the camera. So I'll be in South Korea. However, because it's so cold, I'm leaving that to the end of my trip. So what I'm intending to do, I've already booked the flights. I'm actually going to India first, because I haven't been there for 10 years. I also might get some, say, treatment for my sinuses. I have a sinus issue, it's quite chronic. It's been the last couple of years and it's just taken hold of me, and sometimes affects my productivity, speed and focus. So I might be getting some treatment there. And also then I'll move on to Cambodia, to Thailand, to then finish hopefully Laos, because I've never been to Laos before. Obviously the climate will be different there, but I'll finish in Korea. So I'm hoping to finish in Korea, in South Korea, rather than North Korea. I'd love to go there one day though, unless the two reunite, but you know, we can all pray for that. But yeah, I will, so I'm hoping to be in South Korea let's say the end of March or start of April, until the very end of May. There is a chance I might pop that back to India, but it's only if there's this treatment I'm going to try does, you know, if it's required really to go back. Really, sometimes they recommend you should do that and just go straight home and get it into the techniques that you need to continue your health. But anyway, that's so I'm actually away for over a quarter of a year, so it's quite a big thing. I mean, I always try to make my trips longer and longer. Last year was a bit different. Last year, I went to Bangkok for about a month, or Thailand, and did some. That was essentially to do some video editing for a project I was doing, career related in London or Kingston. So I took myself away. I've got friends over there. I could stay somewhere, and it's a long way away, but I wanted to take myself away to get that done, and I did. And I came back, and then I was asked to go over to Korea again, to film something on Jeju Island, and I'll go into that in another video, so I'm quite conscious of the time. So and also that was, I'll mention, seeing as somebody is watching, Toby's one of the people watching, but yeah, it was good to have Love Exterior come over to. They came over to the UK when I wasn't there, and you know, it's good to help out with some a place to stay and a place to spend some time at. But it was ironic because I was over in Thailand, and a band that I'm quite good friends with, I suppose, they came over there. I did get a chance to see one of them in Korea when I went there in June, July time. That was a long time ago. That was 2017. We're now at the end of 2018. So 2019, start of, I'll be going to Asia. Not much planned apart from the flight out to India and the flight back from South Korea on the beginning of May. So there's a lot to do. There's visa things and insurance and all that kind of stuff to sort out. So I'm going to kind of leave it at that. I've got to go and see family later, and also I want to spend some time on my own, as I do a lot of. I was actually going to do this in colour just to show you this shirt, but I'm sure you'll see it again. It's just something I've had. It's one of those bits of clothing that I got, and I really like this. I'm sorry, iPad. This bit of clothing. It's something I got. It's actually quite a good deal I got, and I didn't actually think it would be that nice. It was quite a leery thing, quite bright colours, and as I've got used to it, I really like it. I wish I'd bought more 2 or 3 of these shirts, but yeah, so it's anyway, so yeah, I'm leaving this hotel in Tunbridge Wells. It's just, you could call this a staycation, because sorry, I'm trying to keep myself in the camera without light getting too completely bright. That's okay. So yeah, you could call this a staycation for one night, but it's nice to be on my own, in my own hometown, and I have actually stayed at this hotel before when it was the Wellington. I didn't realise till I actually got here that I had, and that was work related. But it's now, as I say, it's part of a chain. Yeah, so I will stop this video now. Obviously it'll be online. I will put this on YouTube. This is about my 4th vlog that will be available. I really want to do these actually, if I can, on a regular basis, updating about my film, about my travel, but it's whether people are that interested enough to do them. And if you are, I'd love to, I'd love to hear, because you sometimes put these out. A lot of people watch them on Facebook either at the time or later on, and you don't really know if it's worth putting them onto YouTube. So I might film some and put them onto YouTube separately. Hi, I'll see you in a couple of months. Not you, Pen, and Jar. So yeah, I'm looking forward to my Asia trip, which I just mentioned. Sorry if I'm rambling a bit. My film project I just mentioned is on YouTube. If you watch this video, you can see where I've just pointed to some videos on YouTube of mine. Just type in Jason Verney. And yeah, so I'm going to be in India, Kerala first. That's at the end of Jan. Then I'll be I'll be in Kerala first, India, maybe some treatment getting done, and then to Thailand, Cambodia, maybe Laos this time, as I mentioned earlier, but you might have just joined me. And then I'll be excuse me, finishing in South Korea at the end of March, April time. So yeah, that's it. That was a bit about my film project, but also a bit about a bit about my shirt, if you really want to know that. So yeah, I'm leaving this hotel, this lovely hotel, even though it's, as I've said twice now, it's a chain, but it's still quite a nice hotel. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I will say Merry Christmas to everybody. If you want to watch this video later, it will be on, obviously it'll be on Facebook anyway, and I'll be putting these onto YouTube as well, where you can find my other ones. There's also, as I've mentioned at the beginning of this video, there's also my ones on Vimeo, comfort women videos, short films, and some other stuff. But it's essentially, I'm trying to put stuff on YouTube more because it can reach a wider audience. But I really love Vimeo, sorry, because Vimeo is not so cluttered. It still looks good. YouTube is all sorts, but I like both. I'm going to leave it at that anyway. I'm going to go and see my family in a bit after spending a night in this hotel in Tunbridge Wells on this staycation. And I will see you all soon. As I say, Asia in the end of Jan, but for now it's Tunbridge Wells, Kent, and I'll say Merry Christmas to everyone, and see you soon. See ya.